All right, welcome back, party people. Now I'm lagging because I hit record, so you gotta give me a second. I'm probably being funky. Um, so that's where we left off. You guys are like, you guys. I think we actually left off at you guys like individually going to take your long rests. Um, and that was it, really. I think Leovold said he was going to stay up all night, work. He eventually did pass out. He got some stuff made by the butler, number 5. Um, Luna slept on the roof. Damien slept in a room. Alyssa slept in a room. Darren slept in a room, I think. That was it. And, now it's the next day. I should have pulled up the calendar. I'm not going to worry about the calendar just yet. Um, you know that Progress Day starts very soon. If I'm not mistaken, it's in 2 days. It begins. Today would be like Saturday, except it's not Saturday because it's a different name. But I don't have my calendar pulled up, so I actually haven't used the calendar yet, and I forget what my fantasy Saturday is called. But that's what day it is. As you guys wake up, you're still in the Flying Gardens. What's the first thing you guys do as individuals when you wake up? I think Leopold doesn't wake up the same time you guys do either.
Luna's gonna go get everybody coffee.
That's really nice and in character.
He's just gonna guess what everybody wants. So for Leovold, he's probably gonna get Leovold like just black coffee, like the bottom of the barrel, like tarish kind of.
The shittiest coffee that you can
Yeah,
imagine.
the shittiest coffee, like that's been on the burner for like 5 days. He's gonna get a Darren like a chai latte, and then Damien, he's gonna get him like a bowl of the Red
What?
Bull.
Oh, a
Red
bread
Bull.
bowl.
And Lystra, he hasn't put his finger on a Lystra yet, but I think like a cappuccino
Ooh.
would be good. So that's the orders that he's gonna get everybody.
Do you get your own coffee?
No, Luna doesn't get coffee. He gets coffee for everyone else.
Just an observation. You're in the Flying Gardens, so you're like looking around trying to figure out where you can get coffee, and you see the butler, number 5. You don't know his name. You just know he's a robot butler. You ask him about coffee. And you and him go and get coffee. He makes the coffee himself, or you help him make the coffee. He makes the nicest cup of coffee. He has like all these machines and like frothers and all this stuff, and he like puts little symbols in the coffee. He's masterful coffee maker. He pulls out like a little tray, gives it to you, puts the coffees in there, and he tells you where all of your uh, allies, all your party members are located, and sends you on your way to deliver their coffees. So each one of you guys, it sounds like Luna, he's kind of a server boy, so he probably does this early. You wake up to pretty much Luna delivering your coffee or your bread bowl.
Unlimited breadsticks. What is it? I mean, we are in a garden.
Yeah, he makes a bread bowl too. When you get to Leovold's, what time do you say this is? Luna.
Luna gets up pretty early. As soon as like the day breaks, Luna's up. So not knowing everyone's schedule and how they wake up and everything, he's just gonna go crack a dawn, just knock on everybody's. If they have a door, he'll knock. and then he won't really wait for them to answer it. He'll just leave the coffee or the drink in an area that they're gonna see it because he has to go deliver multiple. He's not used to sitting around and waiting and conversating.
Leo, you probably don't wake up to get your coffee, but everybody else, you're probably either already awake or rested enough where you could wake up to get your coffee. So each one of you guys, besides Leopold, wakes up crack of dawn to this Red Bull or cup of coffee. Luna, do you leave anything to let them know it's from you, or do you just it doesn't matter, you just left the coffee?
No, just leave the coffee.
What a nice guy.
What is this? Did someone leave blood at my door? What is this?
I don't think Red Bull is actually red.
Oh yeah, it's like yellow, isn't it? Did someone just pee in a cup in front of? What is this?
Did somebody pee inside of bread? What a monster!
I'm gonna leave Damien a note and say it gives you wings, and then that's what's gonna be on the Red Bull.
Interesting. I gotta package this up somehow, and I'm gonna try to find a bag or something I can pour it in to keep this for later.
The bread bowl comes with a bread lid. It has a really
it's a bread. Wait, I thought it was a red. Oh, it's a bread bowl. Okay, hold up.
bread.
It's a Red Bull bread bowl.
How long do you think this bread would last with the Red Bull in it? Could I keep this in there for a couple days, or would it?
No.
It's gonna get soggy.
Okay. I didn't know if it was state of the art bread or something. I didn't know.
It might be 5 minutes before it starts getting really nasty.
Okay, I'd probably try a small sip of it, but I'd be a little hesitant.
It's really good. It's like a cheddar broccoli situation. Delicious.
This is amazing. And then I'll just go back to my meditating.
While eating your bowl of bread.
Can Dare make an insight check to see if she would connect that it was Luna because
Sure.
it's talked about
It
delivering
could be
coffee?
a history check. It could be a history or insight, whatever one's better.
History is better for me. That's a 4 for 10.
I'll do that as well.
Go ahead.
18.
Alyssa, you remember him talking about being a coffee guy? Alyssa, you don't remember him talking about being a coffee guy.
You said
Or
Alyssa twice.
Darren.
I did. Yeah, Alyssa remembers. Darren does not remember. Sorry. My brain's not working super good today. I've had allergies all day. I'm like, oh, God. So annoyed. My nose. I should be complaining. Caitlin's ears were falling out.
It's only 1 year. It's fine now.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. So you guys wake up to this nice little coffee / breakfast for Damien. What's your first move? Because I think, I don't know if we didn't deny Hemdall. We never talked. Actually, I don't think we haven't actually had the conversation with Hemdall yet, have we? We had the conversation with me on a meta level.
Oh, about the...
Yeah.
over-
I'm confusing
yeah.
meta conversations with real conversations. Or actually the opposite. I'm confusing fake conversations with real conversations.
Darren wants to snoop a little bit. Not anything too invasive. I think more just kind of get a lay of some of the areas that seem open.
Sure. When you wake up, the floating gardens here, you're up really high. You can see the sun kind of coming up out of the blue, out of the sea of clouds below. Just the first crack of the sunlight. There's this kind of purple haze. It's really pretty. There's little birds up here that made this garden sanctuary their home. So there's the sounds of birds chirping. There's even some light music playing from somewhere in the distance, probably Hemdall's the boat cabin situation. And you can see from your position, which is the northeast corner, the boat is in the northwest corner. Directly ahead of you, there are the floating like the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse directly to your south, and then there is one in the southwest corner. And then there's like a middle walkway that has a fountain, gardens all over, and then some sort of like something mechanical going on. It looks like maybe a landing dock or something for like a larger size ship. And there's like mechanisms over there. You can see it looks like there's some mechanical stuff going on, but from this distance and possibly your level of expertise, you don't necessarily know exactly 100% what's up over there. The greenhouses, though, I mean, you can understand that. There's just a bunch of really pretty exotic flowers going on. You can see the various little robots, some of the spider bots, and then you can see probably 3 separate larger golems that are walking around tending to some of the flowers and like shrubbery and stuff like that. What do you want to investigate particularly? Anything in particular, as a matter of fact.
I think I would want. Does it seem like any of robots that I can see talk?
The little ones don't talk. The spider bots don't talk. You haven't tried to interact with any of the golems, so you don't know about them. But you do know the little ones don't talk. Although they do have like some noise function. It's just not very communicative.
Okay. I'll try to go to the golems then and talk to them.
There's one golem that is like directly ahead of you in the greenhouse. You can see him through the glass walls. He has like a shear hand, and he's like lightly clipping some of the flowers. And then he has another hand that is just effectively like a garden hose, and he's just like lightly misting some of the flowers. And you can see there's another golem that's by the courtyard, and he is leaning over the fountain. He just looks like he's looking in the water. And then you can see the hulking form of another golem in the southwest corner. You can see like the top of him moving over a hedge wall, and you can see like the flying of leaves and stuff as he's clearly cutting away at the hedges. Do you have a preference for golem? The nearest one is the one that's just directly ahead in the greenhouse that's working away on the flowers and like kind of has a hose arm, and then the one in the courtyard's in almost an equivalent distance.
I'll go to the greenhouse.
You walk down the steps there's a little bit of a step down into a little circular kind of courtyard in front of this meeting house group, almost like this chapel like structure that you were staying in. There's some steps that go down to a circular white marble floored just like a little courtyard. And then there's like hedges and nice flower stuff all around it, and that goes down to the path that goes straight. It turns right to go down to the fountain where that golem is. It goes directly ahead to go to the greenhouse. You stay the course, go down to the greenhouse, open up this very large glass door. As you come in, it's pretty humid, and the air is just like wet, like there's like a mist in here. And you just see that there's 3 different paths, and then there's like kind of mazes and loops around, and it looks like there's paths that go off to the right side as well, deeper in. It's just this maze of like tropical foliage and exotic plants you've never seen before. Give me a perception check, and then also this is just separate, and then also you start making your way towards the goal.
That's 19 for perception.
That's pretty good. You see in here that there are a whole bunch of on the left wall. All the flowers over there are herbalism related flowers, that they have very strong properties. All of them are associated with like an anesthesia, anesthetic, and put people to sleep, sleeping type properties, but like a very strong one. And So I don't feel like trying to figure out what the right word for that is. Anesthetic? Yeah, it's probably
Sedative?
somebody smarter than me knows. For putting people out real good.
Could be either,
That whole
probably.
wall. And then the rest of the flowers are just really pretty. There's this one set of flowers that are kind of in front of you. They have these really large red petals. You never seen anything like them before. The actual like petal is probably like the size of your head or so, and like each flower itself probably has something like 12 petals in a ring around this big yellow bulb in the middle. And then there are two like these curling yellow stigmas, whatever the fuck those things are called. You know, the flower penises.
Stamens.
Thank you. Flower penises.
Do they have pollen on them? I guess they do.
Yeah, they're flower penises is what they are. It's fine. But stamen is fine. This long curling yellow stamen that comes out. And then these big bulbous red petals that have red on the end and like a yellow ring that goes towards the big yellow bulb in the center that looks like fluffy almost. And when you walk in, they're vining and they kind of hang down off of this like wooden structure that they're hanging on. And when you walk in, those flowers seem to kind of like almost turn a little bit in your direction with like some level of recognition of like your presence. It's very faint, but you rolled high enough to notice it. And then besides that, unless you do anything with that, which I don't know what you would do, but that's totally your thing. You can. The golem's like 30 feet away.
Darren's gonna go up to the flowers. Looked at her and is gonna very hesitantly be like, "Hello."
The flower now seems to be kind of just sitting in front of you. You hear a really teeny tiny voice in the mass of these vining red flowers that sounds exactly like your voice, but really, really, really faint. Respond, and it says hello exactly the way you did, kind of like with a question mark.
No. Darren's gonna poke the flower.
When you poke it, it recoils and the bulb, the flowers close, and it like pushes back into the vining mass. And the one that you poked like kind of disappears into the vine mass.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go talk to the golem. No, I'm so sorry.
You hear a whole bunch of flowers, really high, shrill. It's like your voice, but like just like cranked up, really high pitched. All the flowers start saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," like a whole bunch.
Darren's just gonna fast walk away.
When all the flowers start like chirping, you hear the kind of like large metal grating noises. You look over and you seem to have gotten the attention of the golem, who kind of turns. He has a humanoid shape, just like bipedal, 2 arms, nothing crazy. Bulky chest. His legs are kind of like proportionately sized at like where his thigh would be, and they kind of go larger, like an elephant pad towards the bottom. And then his arms have some sort of like rotating mechanism where like the elbow would be, and like this large ball connector at the shoulder. And instead of having like a neck and a head, the way the shoulders go like up and then they kind of round at the top. And then he has like a little glass kind of face at the top of that rounded shoulder to head area that has the same sort of like look as like a roadie face. He turns and you hear him start to like over to the flowers, and he crouches down in front of them, and he like reaches really calmly into the vines, and he finds the one that got scared, and he like really lightly kind of toys it out, gets it to open, then he pets it for a second. And then you hear him say, "It's okay. You're okay." And then he straightens back out. The flowers kind of calm down. They all repeat what he said, but in a really high, shrill tone. They all kind of start saying, "You're okay. You're okay. You're okay." And then he like turns, kind of looks at you, looks down. His little glass face. The eyes make they like go wide, and they just turn two little slants. And he smiles. He has like a smile that comes up on his face, like blue light. And then he just starts walking past you, back to what he was doing.
Hello?
You say hello?
Just say hello, yeah.
As he takes like his first step, he turns, angles himself back down. It's like a lot of metallic grating noises as his body shifts. He raises his sheer arm and he puts it back and forth. He says, "Hello."
Hey, I'm a Darren. Do you have a name?
This one does not have a name.
Oh. How long have you been here?
He leans in. The eyes kind of like shift a few times and they settle back into like a smile face. And he says, "I don't know."
Oh.
Forever.
Oh. Do you work for Heimdall?
He looks around. "I tend the flower."
Oh. Do you want to be tending the flowers? Do you want to be here?
Of course. Where else would I be?
I don't know.
What do you do?
I don't know. Magic, I guess.
He takes like a squatting position and his hands go on his knees. You hear his body like crackle and whir as the weight shifts, and then he kind of balances himself. Now he's like kind of eye level with you. He's still maybe a little bit taller than you. Excuse me. And he says, "Do you like doing magic?"
Never really thought about that. Just kind of happens. I don't really know how it happens, honestly.
He takes a second and then he says, "Does it matter?"
I don't know. I think Darren is having an internal crisis because it does matter to her. It matters a lot. But she's like, why does it matter? And it's just gonna be like, okay, bye. It's
He
gonna
like clears back up into a standing position. He waves his little sheer arm. He says, "Goodbye."
okay, bye. I'm gonna go back to my friends now.
He just starts clipping away some of the flowers, lightly miss them occasionally as you start walking away from him. Do you want him to do anything else? Is anybody else up is anybody else up out and about? You might see Luna. I'm not sure.
I think Alyssa is also going to go and try and talk to some people who work here. Maybe start with the butler.
You'd be able to find the butler pretty easily. He's like constantly kind of just moving around. If he's not like currently being ordered to do anything, he will just like kind of go around and try to find things to do. So you'd probably see him outside fixing something or like just sweeping nothing or something.
Alright, I'll go up to him and be like, must be pretty exciting to live here, huh?
He stops what he's doing. He was sweeping out in the courtyard, the marble courtyard. It's already like impeccably clean. He raises the broom to his chest, kind of turns to face you. He has a robotic face like the other numbered units, where it's like kind of humanoid, two glass kind of like bottle eyes. He's like kind of really circular, not human shaped, like little, oval eyes, like these big circular eyes. The front of his middle head kind of goes down to like something that almost is sort of nose-like, and then the mouth kind of dips in a little bit. The mouth doesn't move when he speaks; it just kind of flashes a little bit of light that kind of like oscillates with tone. And he turns, raises the broom to his chest. He says, "It is quite nice to live here. Why would you say exciting?"
Oh, I don't know. One of the most important people in the world lives here. Surely there's some going on that happen.
Sometimes there are parties, and sometimes I get to redirect the gardens. But besides that, it is calm, beautiful, peaceful here. And I quite like that.
Yeah, understandable. Met any important people at these parties?
That is not this one's place.
This one?
He puts a hand on his chest.
Oh, so you just don't use pronouns. Okay.
No, I do not use pronouns.
Well, now I'm confused.
He stops. This one did say I. Well, work to do.
Hard worker here. And
He
I'll leave
turns
him
just
alone.
you go fast.
I think after that, Darren was not trying to like invasively snoop. Alyssa is going to invasively snoop.
You're like, hey, wait! Hold
No, I'm
on a
not trying to
second.
draw attention to myself.
I know. What do you want to snoop? We can snoop.
Ooh.
Taking off my jacket.
Something that looks like. Is there like an office or something where it looks like Heimdall does like business?
I mean, you were in his office, or if you want to call it an office.
That's true.
There is the pirate ship area. You didn't explore that too much. There was a room behind the elevator that you went down that was closed. That very well could be possibly his cabin or something, where there might be like more like business related documents and such in his personal area. But that would be purely speculation at this point.
Mm-hmm. Do I know where Heimdall is right now?
No. Although you'd probably take a guess that he would be in the boat, part of the actual physical pirate boat looking structure. You don't know that for a fact, though.
Okay. So I don't think that he's in the room behind the elevator.
Assuming that you haven't like already walked over the pirate ship and seen him, you don't see him out here anywhere. And if you were to walk into the pirate ship and not see him inside of there either, I think your character would think it's pretty safe to assume that he's probably behind door number 2. Or
I'm gonna see
down
if
the
I can
elevator.
find him just so I know where he is, so I know where not to go.
When you go into the pirate ship, he is not in the like main lobby. He's not clearly where you met with him earlier and sat down, had tea and stuff before he went down the elevator. When you go, do you try to go down the elevator to check to see if he's down there before you check the door?
feel like I'm probably not really allowed to go into either of those places. So I might as well go straight for the door.
That's fair.
Well, I figured I would check if he was in any publicly accessible place first.
He isn't anywhere public. You don't see him. When you go over to
Wait, hang on. Do I want
the
to...
door at the back of, technically at the front of the pirate ship, but it's inside of the hull. The hull's been like worn out, so there is not different floors. It's just like all one big room. So the ceilings are pretty high, and there's just that one staircase that goes up to where you guys landed on the gyrocopters. You go to the front of the structure. There are a couple robots in here that are still playing music from last night. The same robots are still here, and they're still playing like light, it's like elevator music. You go to that door. Do you give it like a jiggle jiggle? Not.
Can I hear anything on the other side of it?
No, I won't make you roll perception. It'll be quiet.
Alright. And this is like, it's not like a door where I press a button and it opens automatically. It's just like a physical door.
Yeah, it's just regular door. There is just one really nice, like possibly just like a golden knob. It looks gold anyway. It does have a keyhole, so it could be locked, but
I'll knock softly.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how softly do you knock?
3.
Would you, if somebody was in that room, would you want them to hear it? Like, you don't want them to hear it if there is somebody in the room.
No, I do want them to hear it, because if they're in the room, I want to know.
Got it. You knock really softly. You wait. You give like a second, kind of put your ear to the door. And after a few seconds, you hear, "Hold on, I'm coming. I'll be there in a second." And then maybe like a little bit. If you wait, it would take him
I'll
about 30
wait.
minutes.
I'm not gonna ding dong ditch Heimdall.
He eventually opens the door. He's in some like mint green silken pajamas, and he has his cane. His hair is a little bit messy. He's not quite like, he looks like he just woke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you.
No, it's fine. I don't mind at all. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, I just wanted to thank you for your hospitality. And also to inform you that we'd like to accompany you on the arrest of Valencio.
Would you ask? Would you say what was that last bit?
I'd like to inform you that we would like to accompany you to arrest Valencio.
Got it. He. Have you discussed this? This is a united decision.
Have we? Like, have we retconned in that we discussed it overnight?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yes.
Perfect. I sent word last night. The BDD is already moving, and they're going to be. I'm going to sneeze. He doesn't say that. I do. Kill me. I've. It's not happy. You're doing that. It's gonna make me not sneeze. You Hemdall says, I've already contacted the PD, and they are going to be sailing Valencio's manor tonight. However, there's another team. I happen to know where Valencio's hideout is.
A hideout?
Yes. There's a second manor that is built into the 100.5 floor the big, those gigantic concrete blocks. Valencio purchased a pretty large part of those blocks many, many, many years ago. And I suspect that he built a second structure. Maybe I haven't seen it for myself. But I called in a favor. Valencio is going to be made aware of our attack on the mansion. And I suspect that he will flee to this second place where a task force will be going. Which it sounds like maybe you'd like to take part in.
Interesting.
Yes. I think it will be very successful. He may already be there after that whole thing. Last night? That was like yesterday. It was like literally one day ago, wasn't it? Yeah. He may already be there after everything that happened the other night, so. But I wanted to make sure he knew so that hopefully he goes there, and I don't think he knows that anyone knows that it exists.
A good plan. Do you happen to have any advice about his bodyguards?
So what was your question?
Do you have any advice about his bodyguards?
The clowns?
If that's what they are.
I don't know. They look like clowns.
Well, they seem to look like a lot of things, depending on what their mood is.
I don't know much about them, but I do know that this is a rumor among some of my colleagues and such, but we suspect that the masks were procured from Knoxbridge.
Interesting.
Old Brightbridge, maybe, depending on what you call it.
And did he obtain these masks?
How they were obtained, I don't know. And if the rumors are true, I have no idea, as a matter of fact. Whether the rumors are true, I don't know. And how he would have attained them, if the rumors are true, I don't know. But that is what I have heard, that the masks are from Knoxbridge, and that they are a tainted item. I've had some people say that they might just be literally just the masks that a child had that took on whatever the hell those things are from because of whatever the hell happened there.
Does that mean that Knoxbridge is full of horrible clowns?
I've never risked it to go. So I'm not the best person to ask. I just know that the place is... I've seen it from a distance. And even now, the whole place is just wreathed, and I'm assuming you haven't seen it. So excuse me.
No, I haven't seen Knoxbridge myself.
It's just wreathed in a sickening veil of darkness. And I've heard this, not many people made it out of Knoxbridge, but a handful did. And I've spoken to some of those individuals, and they told me that the shadows were alive, that there was creatures, monstrosities, demons, they would say, ghosts. And that's that. But, those might just all be. Now, I do believe the people that survived the Bright Bridge incident saw something horrible in the shadows. What those things truly are, I don't pretend to know. But I do know, ultimately, whether or not Happy and Sad are demons from the shadows. The reason why those rumors are formed is because they're dangerous and they freak people out. They could just be two really strong clown dudes.
Well, hope only moderately strong clone dudes, because they'll probably be with Valencio wherever he goes.
I suspect that if you were to now, the orders are officially to arrest Ignacio, but if the clowns are giving you enough trouble, if you kill the hand that feeds, they may just contract voided. If you know what I mean.
I suppose. Well, thank you. You've been very helpful. I suppose I'll see you later tonight. If not before.
I hope so. I will retrieve you all 2 hours before, which will be probably around 6 o'clock. I will get you set up with transportation, and if there's anything you feel you'll need to be successful in your endeavor, square that away then.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll go by.
He gives you a little
go
head
back to
bow.
playing music with the robots.
Hanging out with the robots. You go over there, start playing your flute with the robots. You see Heimdall go back inside of his room. He won't come back out for a couple hours. You go start playing music with the robots. Do you do anything after that? Or do you just play music with the robots for a while?
I think I'll just play with them for a while.
I was just seeing if you were
do something.
I was just testing to see if you were gonna be like, I go down the elevator.
Well, I thought about it, but I already looked around there, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Better safe than sorry. Don't go down the elevator. Why do that?
See, now I'm gonna go down the elevator.
Well, now I know I have to. I've just been railroaded.
You reverse psychologied me into the elevator.
I'll let you decide that for yourself. Luna and Damien. Now, you guys don't know this because you have to be informed, but there's nothing going on today outside of, you're on this flying ship, so there's only so much. But is there anything that you want to do before 6 when Heimdall will come and get you guys? Like I said, on a meta level, you don't, or on a in-game level, you don't know that that's going to happen. But
I mean, I'd imagine if I saw them, I would tell them.
Yeah. But I mean, at this particular moment, Damien's in his room meditating. Luna's, who knows what Luna's doing? They don't know yet.
Yeah, Damien's just meditating and channeling his energy. So he's obviously really pissed off about the explosion still and everything, so.
Luna is probably just in spider form, chilling somewhere, watching people, taking notes.
there anything you're looking for particularly? Or are you just
No, not really. Just kind of. He doesn't know much about anybody. He's kind of like just been tagging me along, so he's just kind of taking it all in.
I think you'd probably in spider form, wherever you're hiding. It sounded like you're probably on top of the ship, which gives you a pretty good view of like the whole place. You'd probably see a Darren's whole little greenhouse situation, and you'd probably see Alyssa enter into the ship. If you were to like scuttle down there, you're a spider, so you'd probably be able to like watch that happen too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, with my 8 eyeballs. Just, yeah.
You spend too much time as a spider, and then go back to 2 eyes is like really
Yeah.
convenient.
I don't think spiders have that good eyesight.
Bro.
They have 8 eyes, but none of them are any good. They want quantity over quality.
Yeah.
It's probably tough to like render 8 different images with like that little teeny tiny spider brain. You know,
That's true.
they don't got the RAM for it.
You're saying they don't have HD quality? Is like what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
I doubt it. They got to render all that? No way. I don't believe it. They might have like really, really good up close vision. You get within like 5 feet of a spider, they're on it. But like anything past that is probably just all motion blur. So you're playing. Leevold's asleep until like probably fucking 2 o'clock if he wants to get a long rest. Damien's meditating.
Relatable.
Darren, you get done with this conversation with the golem. What do you do next? Just out of curiosity.
I think if there's like a main area, and Darren's just gonna sit down, open her notebook, and stare at it.
When you say main area, like a
Like I don't know, like a sitting area or like a dining table kind of like area.
the central courtyard with the fountain has stone balcony benches, not balconies, stone benches like all around it, and it has these little garden pathways that kind of like create the illusion of like being in like a patch of forest kind of. So if you were to like, it has marble stone around the courtyard. It's pretty large. It's probably like 180 or so feet. The central courtyard has the fountain in the middle. The golem standing over there. Before he was looking, when you first saw him, he was like leaning over the fountain and looking in it. Now that you've come out, he is now sitting down on the fountain. And he's got like one hand like in the water, and the other one on his knee. He's just kind of looking over to the right down. So I guess he's still doing the same thing actually, because the position's changed. And then when you come in, the edge of the courtyard has like a garden all around it with like trees that are really tightly packed, and, like some hedges and stuff. And then there's a second row outside of that has hedges and trees. So that when you're in this like outer row, outside of like the main circle, you're in this like little hedge alleyway. It's about 10 feet wide. So if you sit down on a balcony on a bench there, you're kind of isolated, and it kind of feels like you're in nature a little bit. Feels a little bit calming, perhaps, unless you don't like. Maybe 10 feet might be too small. But besides that, I would personally really enjoy it. That's my best bet for what would be like a common area.
Yeah. And she'll go there. Is the golem like close by?
He'd probably be, when you sit down on one of these benches, the bench itself has like about 10 feet away from it, a little cut in the hedges so that you could like, instead of having to walk all the way around this inner ring, or this outer ring rather, that there's always like an exit to the inner ring nearby the benches, but not right in front of the benches, as to allow for the illusion of like nature. So when you're sitting on the bench, you wouldn't be able to see the golem. If you walk just like 10 feet to your right and looked into like past the hedges, he'd probably be about 80 feet away, something like that. It's not far away.
Okay. I don't think she's gonna go through that much effort. I think she's just gonna sit down and it's just like, I think mentally trying to process everything that's happened over the past day, several days, and the information. Are you good? Are you okay?
I'm dying. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Peyton.
I hate this.
Don't do that. I don't live close enough to help.
What do you mean? It's only like probably like what 6 hours or something. Come on. Whew. Oh god. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. It's not a big deal. That one game I was sick with COVID, and that was actually really terrible. I just have horrible. I hit like 28. I'm not 28 now, but when I hit 28, I just all of a sudden became allergic to fucking everything. And there's like every time the seasons change, I get like I'm just miserable for like a couple weeks, and then I acclimate, and they change again, and then I'm miserable again. And it's like this repeated cycle of me being fucking miserable. I hate it so much. You sit down, you're trying to process all the information you've gathered so far. Is there anything in particular, or does Darren need the DM for any of that?
No. I think it's more just like Darren doesn't like having more questions than answers, and wants things to make sense, but things are making less and less sense. And the golem just asked her, does it matter if she understands her magic? She's like, yeah, it does. I gotta understand something.
I like the golem. I thought he made a good point.
I like him too.
So, Luna, you see Darren stay down the courtyard. You can probably hear Alyssa playing the flute inside of the ship. Is there anything that you guys want to do? Because Levo doesn't wake up until 2:00, so I'll get with him when he wakes up. Is there anything you guys want to do on the Flying Gardens until 2? At which point I will wake up Leovold and see what he's about, and then it's going to be 6:00, and then we're going to go do the SWAT team thing.
Could I ask one of the butlers if they can make me thieves' tools?
You would see the butler going around. You're able to find him pretty easily this morning. And since then, you haven't seen Hemdall come out of his room, or out of the ship, at least. And you just see the butler kind of like aimlessly going around, like cleaning things. And when you like come down to him, he would be pretty eager. He would kind of like stand up. He would see you approaching. He would immediately like put his hands behind his back. As you like get within like 10 feet, he'd give you a little bow. And can I help you, sir?
Hi. I'm Luna. During the time where we like stole like documents and stuff, like I in the rush I lost my thieves' tools. Do you think that you could make me one or some?
He goes like this. Then he says, "Of course, Master Luna. Thank you so much for your service to Mr. Hemdall."
My name is Luna, not Master Luna. You could just call me Luna.
Of course, Master Luna.
Okay.
We will fabricate those immediately. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Oh, do you have any recipes for espresso?
He stops. This one has a vast library of recipes for all manner of things. Would you like access to my recipes, Master Luna?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Could I write it? Could I write this stuff down? I saw you making all the coffee earlier today, and I was just like, wow, that's really cool. I wish I could make coffee. I just go get coffee. But if you could teach me how to make it, then when you're not around, I can make the coffee for everyone else.
You're gonna take the chef feat.
Maybe
Only coffee.
it's going to be the coffee feat. +1 to initiative.
Five,
Get an,
the butler.
get an extra action per turn. I'm just kidding.
He says, "This one would love to teach you, Master Luna, how to make coffee, as this one does. Would you like access to my recipe book, or would you like access to my knowledge of coffee, or would you like me to teach you how to make the coffee?"
I could just copy down the recipes, and then you'll just see him take out his like star map and just flip it over and write recipes on top of it.
Certainly, Master. Here. And he reaches into his little suit. He pulls out a bag that's probably about like that wide around. It's like made out of really nice leather. It has like a little golden strap around the top that pulls it in. He unstraps it, reaches in the bag, pulls out a black bound book. He opens it up. You see like each page is just filled with stuff, and he hands it to you, open to a page that says coffee recipe. And it says page 98 to page 124.
Okay, I'll spend the next 4 hours or however long just copying down recipes.
Give me. It could be history. It could be sleight of hand.
Which one's better? Sleight of hand. Ooh, I rolled badly. 8.
He has so many recipes in here. There's a lot of content, and he writes in this really fancy cursive, like this perfect cursive handwriting that like is actually kind of difficult with your upbringing and everything. It's actually kind of difficult to read it. So you get down, you try to like you start on the first recipe, which is it's all broken down into like categories. So the first one is just like simple mixes to make like different flavored coffees. You know, like that's not necessarily but I could pour cream in there. He has like this very detailed process just to like the exact measurement of cream, the exact measurement of sugar, the exact like amount of mixing time, exactly how long it needs to be heated at exactly what temperature. So like you're like, I don't really think like I can wing that. So you try to go in there a little bit more, and you find chai latte in there in the latte section. You're like, okay, that's a really good place to start. And it has like the exact amount of cinnamon, the exact amount of nutmeg, the exact amount of tea that goes in there, exact amount of milk, exactly how long it needs to be heated, exactly how cold it needs to be, and exactly how many ice cubes you can use to reach that temperature. And it takes you manage to get like a perfect chai latte, as this man has written it down, and a perfect whatever you got, Alyssa, like a
Cappuccino.
yeah, I'm not sure if it was a certain type of cappuccino, but like a basic cappuccino that's also in there. And you kind of just like you're not able to get enough content, so you try to find things that are more pertinent, and you write those down. And you have a very, very, very detailed process of how to make a chai latte and a cappuccino. And you think like I could probably slap some vanilla in there and make like a vanilla cappuccino. You know, I know I just do. He might not approve of like my serving method.
Just like adding random shit. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, however long it takes, I'll just be doing that until it's time to go.
Butler stands there, hands on his back, just kind of waiting. After like about 30 minutes or so of you writing, his face, like the light in his eyes just kind of like dims down a little bit. And then he's just standing there completely still, just waiting for you. He won't say anything, won't do anything unless addressed. And then after several hours, 4 hours, I think in this case. You give it back. Unless anybody has anything they want to do at any point, interrupt me.
Oh, I'm going down the elevator.
Okay. You go over the elevator, you get on it, and it doesn't move. Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything. You remember Hemdahl kind of waving his hand in this like one area? You kind of try to wave your hand around, you like maybe do some of this, or like maybe it's fucking motion activated or something. The elevator does not move for you.
Huh. I look around for like a button or anything.
I won't make you roll because there is no button.
Aw.
In fact, you wouldn't see. You're not really sure like what he interacted with at all when he waved his hand because you're looking up
Must
at
be
like.
specific to him. Alright, I'll go back and play the flute some more, but like slightly more sadly.
You start playing a little bit of a sadder tune, and the robots adjust their song down to your song.
If I'm depressed, everybody has to be.
Leovold, you wake up around 2:00, unless somebody else says something. The materials you asked for, and a cup of, depending on your taste, either delicious or the worst coffee you've ever had in your life.
I just like roll over and hit the snooze button.
When you eventually leave your room, all the stuff you asked for, I can't remember. It was like 5 things of the healing pouches, grappling hooks.
6 healing healing powders and 2 grappling hooks, and some
you also
other
asked for materials, but he probably already gave that away. That stuff is outside the door with that black cup of coffee. Is there anything that Leovold wants to do between whenever the heck you go to your door and when we're going to go and get TPK'd?
Well, when he first wakes up, he wants to look over his notes and double check. I roughly figured out how to turn Aether into a gas form, correct?
Roughly figured out?
My notes are Heimdall's having trouble with turning Aether into gas. I solved it in a rough way. The answer was more Aether is needed. And then potentially black Aether may be needed too.
Yeah. So I think the way I described it, you think that like in order to maintain, so like when Aether is depleted, in this case, you get raw Aether, and like a big chunk of raw Aether will get purified down into a big chunk, like a big ass rock will get turned down into like a little perfectly spherical, perfect Aether crystal, which at that point, a raw Aether crystal has energy in it, and like it can be used in some way, but it's difficult. It's like, but when you condense it down into a pure sphere, you can use it to power stuff, usually with some type of copper housing. You can turn that perfect sphere into plasma, and that part of the process isn't, that's already known how to do. And that's what they use, usually just for like combustion. Get these ships flying. That's like the primary use of that. But there's other uses for it too. Usually like medicinal. Sometimes that you can make it create a more intense and immediate magical effect when it's in a plasma form. Whereas the spheres are usually used to power things or to create like a long but weak effect. Like you would use a sphere to your fridge. You would use plasma to ignite your engine or to create an immediate spell effect, like a fireball or something. In order to get it into a gaseous form, but what I was saying there is when you consume a sphere or you consume plasma, there is not a burn off. It doesn't like, in our world, you take water, you use it to power your steamboat, water turns into steam, goes to the atmosphere, it rains, you get more water. Aether doesn't work that way. When you consume it, whether it's a sphere or as a plasma or even raw, whatever it might be, it will become completely destroyed. When a sphere runs out of energy, it'll turn into effectively like a dust. But there is not like when it dusts away, there isn't like there isn't a residue. When plasma is burned off to power ship, there isn't a gas left behind that eventually will turn back into raw ether. Eventually, everything's completely consumed when you use Aether. When you get a huge chunk of raw ether, turn it into a stone, turn it into plasma. It does the part where you want to turn it into a liquid, into a gas. They haven't been able to. They just haven't been able to do it. The plasma will burn off in that process and turn it into nothing. So every time they try to test it, maybe even yourself, maybe you've tried to test it in the past too. It's always just created some kind of. You haven't been able to do it where it hasn't just like combusted and turned into nothing. You think if you were to get a large enough amount of Aether and then do the combustion process like incredibly rapidly, you might be able to turn it into a gas successfully. But you would need like an incredibly high amount of Aether. But if you were able to turn it into a gas, you think it would be like, you're not really sure if this is what his plan is or not. You didn't really get that far. But you think that the gas might be like the most stable and long lasting effect. Like it would kind of have the same sort of property as the pure crystal, but like to the 10th degree.
All right. Well, when he wakes up and checks his notes, he'll look over them, notice at the near the bottom, he wrote down something about black Aether. He'll take that part and rip it off the notes and kind of just like stuff that in his pocket. Gather his things. And when he opens the door, he's just like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. I ordered all that." Oh shit. And he starts collecting the items, the restore powders and the grappling hooks and his future project. Looks at the cup, picks it up. I'm assuming it's stone cold, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He'll take it with him and drink it on the way. Fuck it. He's had worse. But he's immediately looking for Heimdall.
At this point, because it is two, if Judy stayed in the ship the whole time, Heimdall probably would come out. Heimdall would come out of his room probably around noon, and he would, if Alyssa is there, I'm sorry, if Alyssa is there, Heimdall might address her. He wouldn't be like, "Hey, come with me, let's hang out." He might just be like, "Hello," and then he would probably go. He would go into his elevator and go down around noon, 12:30, something like that. So before Leavold, you go to find Heimdall. I'm just going to jump back to this real quick. When Heimdall eventually leaves his room, one, are you there? And then two, if you are there, do you do anything or do you let him leave in peace?
So he leaves his room, and where does he go? Down the elevator?
Yeah. You see him come out of his room. He would turn, lock his door, walk into the room, probably greet you, be like, give you a wave, maybe a little smile. I don't think you'd open conversation. If you make eye contact, he might just give you a wave, a nod, and then he would go to the elevator.
Well, he'll probably be down there for at least a few minutes, right?
He'll probably be down there for a while, you said?
For at least a few minutes.
Yeah. If not longer than that.
I'll go take a peek into his quarters.
You walk over to the quarters after he disappears down the elevator. You twist the knob. It's locked. You saw him lock it. Do you have the way to try to unlock it?
I don't think I have these tools.
You can try.
No, but I don't have these tools. I don't think I really have anything that can help me here. Wait, hang on. Can I cast Mage Hand on the other side of the door?
It says it appears at a point you choose within range. And it doesn't mention anything about being able to see. It doesn't say that. And spells do say that.
It also says, though, that I can open an unlocked door or container, which implies that I can't open a locked door.
Well, it says manipulate an object. So I would think that, like, unlock. It can't open a locked door because it's locked. But you could unlock a locked door, make it unlocked, and then open it.
Yeah. I'll cast Mage Hand and lock the door from the inside.
Yeah,
If it even works that way, I might have a
I'm not
key.
sure. That might need to go back to Sage Wisdom. But as far as my reading of Mage Hand, I think that seems like a thing that you can do.
Yeah, it doesn't say that I have to see it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think so. I think you can do that. So like a wispy hand, kind of like wind, kind of like runs off of your form as you like maybe do like a little diddly on your flute or something. And
yeah, I think it comes like out of the end of the flute itself.
Yeah, and it kind of whisks down the door under the crack, and then obviously you can't see it, but your mage hand forms over there. And it's a simple lock. It's just like a twist. Your mage hand uses in the first 6 seconds that it appears, it unlocks the door, and then you or the mage hand, after it's been unlocked, can open the door. Give me a stealth check as you like open the door and then go inside, assuming you want to be sneaky.
Yeah, I do want to be sneaky. 18.
What was it?
18 stealth.
18. I said 15. I was like, it sounded like it could have been either one of those things. Because there's a big difference between 18 and 15. The two robots that are in the room are facing away from you, and they're like very simple-minded, it seems, and they are just playing music, and they aren't really assessing their surroundings. So after Heimdall disappears, go behind there, unlock the door, open it. You kind of, as like there's that kind of creak of the door, you look back to see if the robots turn, and then you try to be quieter on that. Make sure the door makes no noise, and you close it very silently. Keep the knob turned, close it, release the knob after closing the door, so it makes as little noise as possible. You think you're okay as you enter in Heimdall's quarters. There is a desk at the far end of the room. Directly in front of you, there's a nightstand that's made out of, like, everything is just like really, really nice dark wood. It looks like it's maybe been painted or stained or something. There's like a sheen to it. The bed is like gigantic. It's very nice, been made up after the fact. The room is like really cold. You can see there's copper running around the side. There's like a little bit of a cold breeze in the room. Like ST has magical cooling in this room. On the far end of the room, the opposite side of the bed, there is a pretty large desk made of a similar material, and then surrounding it, there are 2 bookshelves that don't have that many books on them, and then 2 shelves that go between the 2 bookshelves. And there's like there's like just a chaos of papers on the shelf that just been like kind of thrown up there. And the desk itself is the same thing. It's just kind of like a whirlwind of books and papers and stuff, like in just these stacks and just kind of thrown all over the place. And then the rest of the room, pretty plain. There's a wardrobe that is like half cracked. You can see where it looks like some like a jacket or something is fallen from a hanger, and it's like kind of half fallen out of the wardrobe. And the other room, we can't fight the robots, guys. Even if they are the bad guys, they're super wholesome. on the other side. Away from the wardrobe. That wall's just like bare. And there's just some pictures on the walls, paintings, to be more precise. Give me a perception check as you enter in to see if any details pop out at you.
11.
Not many. The paintings look like they've all been. They're really, really nice paintings. And it looks like they're like paintings of areas in the hanging gardens. There's one picture that is like a golem in. It looks like maybe one of the greenhouses, and it's like the greenhouse, and then like in the corner of the picture, there's a golem who's like tending to the flowers, and it has this like watercolor aesthetic to it. And there's a picture of like, the fountain area. There's a picture of the hanging guardians from a distance, like floating in the sky. And there's like some ships around it and stuff, and those are on the wall. And then the rest of the descriptions that I said still remain true, but you don't get any additional information from the 11 outside of just you notice the pictures in the
What a
scan.
nice painting.
You take some other details.
I'm gonna lock the door behind me. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna go check the desk to see if there's anything interesting on it.
You start going through the desk. There is the information that you gave him the other day that's like sprawled out, and it looks like he was going through it all kind of wildly, and he's just kind of like, looks like he would like take a paper, read it, kind of throw it to the side. There's just like stacks of crap all over the place. Give me an investigation check.
That is a nat 20 for 27.
Oh, neat. Look at that. Well. You go through the papers. There's like a ton of crap on the desk. But you're going through it. You're like, this is all. You're able to recognize that like, all this stuff is stuff that you have seen before to some extent. You're kind of pushing it aside until you cleared out the papers. Were like, these are new. At the very least, like, these are we gave him. These are his. So you start kind of rifling through just this mountain of crap at this point. But you manage to do it like very quickly and very efficiently. You manage to find an opened letter in the stack. No, that's cool, man. You managed to find an open letter on the desk, a stack of crap, and beneath some like other like just worthless piece of paper that are like business related that aren't nothing that's particularly interesting. You see the envelope and the letter. The letter is sealed with it's obviously been cut, but there's like a wax seal on it. You don't know what the give me a religion check. I don't think you should know, but
Give me a second.
you never know. Maybe we get another net 20 or something.
Nope, 18.
Not a symbol that you've ever seen before. It looks it looks like it has some kind of mechanical design in whatever this seal means. It almost just looks like a mechanical spear, kind of. There's like some. It's a circle. There is like a line in the middle. It looks like there's like maybe like tubes or something that are like coming off of the back of it that kind of encircle the outside of the sphere, so it's kind of like a spear. And then there are 3 lines at the top side of the sphere, and it's just this kind of strange symbol. But you don't know what it means. You pop that open. You real quick go over the letter, and it's to Hemdall, and it's from Wind Dancer.
From Wind Dancer. And did the letter that we found with Valencio, was that also to Windancer, or was that from Windancer?
That was to Ignacio. Actually, it was to Firestarter
To
from
Firestarter.
Windancer.
Okay. Okay, what does Windancer have to say to Heimdall?
She is updating him that she's seems intentionally vague in the letter. She says that her delivery made it to the docks. She says very specifically to Hemdall, and then like the first line. It's not a very long letter either. It's pretty sus. It says, "My delivery was successfully made to the docks. Twice successful." And that
Twice successful.
Yeah. She says the delivery was made to the docks, twice successful. Sorry, I got it pop up in a distracted ADHD brain. And then the rest of it, she says, there's a couple lines that don't really seem to mean much to you. And then there's one last line that says, dropping this letter before midnight rendezvous will update further from Windancer.
Well, okay. And just remind me, what did the other letter from Windancer say?
Sent to Firestarter, and it said kind of the same thing. It said that she blew up the docks, pretty much. That one was a little bit more plain, and it was like on his orders to blow up the ship, the delivery of. Said the same thing.
I have it written down, almost exact, if you want it. It is basically the same.
Okay.
You also find a small book in the pile of stuff. It's like at the very bottom of the pile. It looks like it's really thin. It's a little leather book with like red leather, and it looks like it's been like inlaid with the gold writing. And let me just check real quick for something real quick. Where are you, my dude? There they are. The book itself, the red-bound book, is called "The Flesh is Weak." Or at least that's what it says.
It's called what? Sorry.
The book. The red-bound book in like gold inlay has been written into the red with this like shiny gold design in some way. The front of the book says "The flesh is weak." You quickly maybe rifle through the book, and it looks like it's notes from Hemdall. You're not gonna be able to go through it enough like where I can deliver the full message because you're not gonna have the time to do it without like potentially being in danger. But if you were to just go through the book a little bit quickly, it is sort of like a journal. Has like scientific musings in there. Has like daily complaints. A lot of talk about like his weak and crippled body. and like wanting to advance beyond the weakness of his defect that he was born with, frustrations with like his limitations, and his limitations more so than other people's. That's all pretty important stuff. And that would just kind of be like all throughout there. This book is longer than it looks like it ought to be. Like it's a pretty small book, but there's like clearly more pages inside of it than the size of the book itself. And it goes back, it has like probably 15 years of entries. And he used, in the beginning, there are a lot of pages where he'll be like going over an idea and he will make a mention of Vetus, which is a god of creation and progress and invention and stuff like that. And he will frequently mention Vetus. That's all very common. Like a lot of people that are like scientifically minded are either aware of Vetus or they're actively a worshiper of Vetus. And they will seek Vetus for counsel and inspiration and stuff like that. And he refers to Vetus a lot. And then there's one page that's about 5 years old, where he is like really frustrated. He's like writing in caps. You can just like feel the anger on the page, where he has like reached some type of roadblock in his experimentation, all kind of vague. Again, this is like internal. Some of the stuff kind of does get a little more detail when he has like a flash of brilliance, but like on this page, he is just annoyed and like, kind of just yelling at the world, I guess. And he kind of like forsakes Vetus in this page. He kind of says, inspiration isn't coming. My prayers are left unanswered. And then about 2 years ago, there is a page that says, like a strange shipment came in from a like uncharted island, and I found this book. Me talking about this book a little bit, and he says that there's like some sort of a creature that he hadn't heard of before that the book refers to as a god called Pandemona, and he says that while he was reading this book, just out of curiosity, he was riddled with some new ideas for inventions. And he says in the passage that he thinks there might be something there with Pandemona. And then he doesn't really seem to mention it again after that.
So the name Pandemona doesn't mean anything to me?
No.
Interesting. Okay, if that's all I find, then I'll leave.
Do you take anything with you?
No. Well, no.
I'm just checking. You never know. I need to know just in case you do.
Do I have...
So you spend most of your time here, like the letter's really quick to read. You spend most of your time, probably like 30 minutes or so, flipping through that journal, trying to just get any important information you can, which is what I told you, before you put it back, slink out of the room, look around, feel like you're in the clear, and you go do whatever you're going to do.
I think what I'm going to do is go find the others.
Go find a what?
Go find the others.
Okay. All right. You're broke up a little bit there. I think as you leave, Evil actually might be on his way. Like you would probably see him first, maybe going through the courtyard towards you. Luna's a spider hidden. I think Damien's still meditating.
I think Damien too at this point would have like tried to talk to some people and like figure out what the plan is a little bit. So he'd probably be out like with everyone as well.
I think that because of Darren's in the courtyard, so it's quite possible that Leovold would be in the courtyard. Maybe Damien and Darren are together, and then Luna's still a spider. watching, presumably. So it sounds like if you were to go when you leave and you start heading back to your room to find the others, they would all be in the courtyard, perhaps. So,
All right, I'll
You're
talk
good.
to them in the courtyard. All right, fine. So I go up to them and I'm like, guys, so you know that letter we got from Valencio about blowing up the ship and it was from the Wind Dancer? That one?
Yeah.
So I may have seen a similar but like less specific letter addressed to Heimdall. And it didn't specifically say anything about anything, but it said something about a delivery making it to the docks and being twice successful.
Oh.
oh no.
So there's that. I mean, Heimdall will give us a ship if we go get Valencia. Oh, speaking of which, he's getting us to do that at 6 p.m.
Oh.
I kind of started with like the more interesting thing to me, but like yeah, there is a scheduling thing that we have to address.
Am I there for this conversation?
Yeah, you're there, and then Damien. It sounds like Damien is.
Yeah, I'm there too. But if Heimdall is connected to this, we can't help him out. Like, also, and I'm gonna say this like a little quiet. Like, can he hear us right now? Like, because like we're like at his base, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
can
No,
I do? Can I like roll like a perception roll to see if like there's like anything nearby?
the
Yeah.
walls are listening to us, man.
I mean, I would have checked to make sure there were no like robots right next to us, but I can't
Right.
know about any hidden
we need to-
devices.
Brody was following us. Following me. I guess is
Yeah,
more
that's-
accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't know for, I don't know, however long he was there.
I rolled a
True.
16.
Does anybody else want to roll?
For to see if anything's
Before you-
around us.
Yeah.
Oh hell no! Leovold's just paranoid. I mean, we're in his
I mean, I'll
house.
try it. Dirty 20.
He just expects it at this point, really.
You don't.
25.
You don't think there's anything real. Actually, let me check that 25 real quick. Let me make sure I'm calculating this correctly. On a meta level,
You catch-
I'll level with you guys. You're probably being listened to, but let me just check.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think Darren's gonna check. I think she's just assuming.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But
Like the dude doesn't have another human in here. It's all robots. The flowers are robotic. Like, yeah, we're being listened to. The dude probably watched us while we slept.
Isn't that creepy?
I mean,
Yeah, certainly it's the only thing about Heimdall that's creepy.
the only
not,
thing.
not wanting to become, Ultron or anything.
What's an Ultron?
Very
Yeah, you
powerful robot.
You don't see anything. You think you see the golem. He's over by the fountain. But besides
Damn, I had
that,
to roll like a nat 20 or something.
Got him. Got it.
Here, I'll roll just for funsies. No, not in that 20 and 19.
No precious.
yeah, no, you don't think there's anybody around you besides the golem. You can see everybody that is around.
So,
But I do think you're fair. I do think you're fair to on a character level. I don't think it's meta to be like, if you're going to say anything crazy, let's like use code words or something.
So do you guys think that he was conspiring with the Wind Dancer Flame Earth person?
With the Avatar.
The avatar of the airbenders?
I think we don't know what's going on.
That's
I mean,
a statement.
Valencia probably had something to do with it, so we might as well deal with him. And the fact that,
And get a ship.
yes, and also stop the clowns that were coming after Leo and clear his name. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm wanted for murder. That's great. The
And then
problem, we get his ship. He made it.
I have a
He could
question.
do whatever the fuck he want to that thing, and we'd never know.
That is true.
What are our other options?
Oh, we don't have any. We have to do this. We're working for him now until we get a card up our sleeve. But
We have to go into this knowingly and long-term plans.
was there a date on this piece of paper you read?
Was there a date on this piece of paper I read?
It would have been the day. It would have been the day of the day that you went to the mansion. So it's like 2 days ago or whatever. It might have been like literally yesterday.
The day that we
Losing
went to the
track of
mansion.
It's been we've gone through so few days. They've all
Yeah,
been,
no. I was just curious if it was the day that we arrived, or if it was a like later date or earlier date.
It would be the day that you went to the mansion, the first time
So
when you saw the person.
literally
and
like
there and you
24 hours ago.
when you came there and you just scoped it out that one time.
Oh shit! Okay, that was
like 2 days ago. I
Yeah.
think. So it would have been 2 days ago.
And how long was that after the ship blew up?
A day, I think.
yeah. Fuck Grand
It would have
Rise.
been like 3 days, dude.
Burn it to the ground. This place is terrible.
This weekend at Bernie's out here, dude.
At least Bernie fucking had fun. He was dead.
Wait, I have a question. What does Mr. Heimdall have to gain from getting rid of Valencio?
He wants his position.
Yeah, he's probably gonna
Political
take
power?
over.
Maybe there's some kind of conflict between them if they're conspiring to do something.
Oh,
Well,
there's definitely conflict. They don't like each other.
yeah, Valencia's book was like backstabbing,
Bastard.
whatever.
Murder.
Yeah,
Killed him.
hate you.
Yeah. Well,
With a heart? Hate you.
Yeah, but the
Broken
heart had
heart.
like
A-
50 stab wounds in it, and like just it was terrible. It wasn't even really a heart at the end of it, if you think about it. It was just a bloody mess.
It sounds like Valencio has anger issues.
No, he's just a rich prick.
Red flag. You gotta kill him.
Well, right now we got to kill
Okay,
everyone
we still
you
have not,
introduce
we
us.
do not have the plan to kill Valencio. We were just trying to arrest Valencio.
Like I said, he can catch a bullet.
Okay,
Everyone, that's not true. The snake people in the sewers were very nice. We don't need to kill them.
No, I'm curious if we'll see them later because I did tell them to go find the captain. Anyways,
I still want to know about the witch that's turning people into snakes.
that's on a different level. There's a lot we haven't explored because
We'll come back for
it's
that.
been terrible.
That's a side
We'll
quest
get
for another day.
stronger.
We need like 6 more levels, and we'll be like, all right, let's go clear out level 1 area.
Let's go check out. Yeah, let's go see the side quest we did not complete in Grand Rise.
We ain't got much of an option, really. We have to go do this Valencio thing.
I mean,
It doesn't even have to be
certainly-
for me. Like, we has to be done.
He definitely had a part in the ship being blown up. Like, he's part of it. So I say we deal with him, and then we figure out the Heimdall situation later.
I mean,
he's a powerful ally to have.
both of them could be, if you think about it. It's just which one do you want?
I personally don't like the clown people, so
Oh no,
I
those
think our
fuckers gotta die.
relationship with Heimdall is a little better.
Yeah, and we get to learn all the different recipes for coffee, guys. Come on.
And all the different
that what this
recipes for
fucking
cool
is?
tech shit.
Yeah,
I thought this was a shitty brewed tea.
well, if you would have had it when it was hot, maybe it would have tasted better.
Well, sorry, some of us sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, until like afternoon. That's a long time. Leopold.
Leopold.
Listen here, Moonbug. Some of us.
Lister, do you mention anything? Just out of curiosity, do you mention anything about what he said about the clowns?
Oh right. Yeah, I'll mention that as well. There's apparently a rumor that the masks that form the clowns that the clowns have originally come from Knoxbridge and are tainted in some way.
Are these just some random people who put on like some cursed masks?
I don't know.
Yeah, that
It does not
sound
bode
good.
well for whatever's going on in Knoxbridge. I will say that.
I'm fully imagining them as Jim Carrey in the mask now, I gotta be honest.
Oh my god.
Hey. All right, so if we knock their mask off, who's wearing them?
Damien.
Damien is? Okay, cool.
Well, maybe he's immortal. Maybe that's the best choice.
Right, he's our
They
guinea
try-
pig now.
When they try to cut him open, he'll die for a little bit and come back.
Like, hey, buddy, here. If this kills you, you're welcome. If not,
Yeah, finding out about the mask though definitely makes me not want to fight those clowns though. That makes me.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is that we could do a history check, but I feel like your character is pretty aware of Knoxbridge.
I feel like I would know the area, like the mask stuff. I feel like I wouldn't.
Part of your
know about it.
backstory was literally that you went there to kill yourself and you couldn't die, so you just like crawled through it until you eventually.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
all
got
through
this
what,
side.
my man? Jesus.
Would you like to share this with the class?
Fuck. What happened in this place?
Yeah, no. Technically, I haven't shared that yet, but yeah, no, that's how I
Yeah,
got
no.
over here. Yeah, it was.
Well, I don't know. You don't have to tell them that, but you know.
No, you don't. Just, I'm curious.
I would probably tell Leovold at
God
some
damn.
point, but
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah, I feel like he hasn't
what
openly
time
shared
is
it
it?
yet.
What time is it right now? Is it still only a little after 2?
It's like probably like 2:30 or something.
All right, so we got like what, about 3.5 hours until we arrest, or with the new information that our lovely bard here has given us, kill, which I'm all for. Valencio, for sticking those fuckers on me. But what are we going to do in the meantime? Heimdall's our transport. He's the one doing everything. We're just gonna sit here awkwardly, surrounded by his army of robots, automatons, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Very nice automatons, I must say.
They are very nice.
They're helpful.
Why
I'm
they're
not gonna
not
lie,
like
they
the
are.
most interesting conversationalists, though.
They're fucking robots.
I could have, given me a little bit more.
I don't think they have
It's
personalities.
it's kind of programmed.
Room for improvement. I'll make that suggestion to Heimdall.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't. That could end very badly for everybody.
With Terminator.
Let's make the robots sentient.
I think we should name him Skynet. That's a good name.
No,
We are in
no,
the
I think
sky.
that's a
We're in the garden in the sky.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
there's a net for the hanging gardens in case
There
everybody
is a
falls
ship
off. Or
over
no-
there.
I'm pretty
Could've been a
sure it'll never
fishing
be
ship.
called Grand Rise again. It'll just be called Burt the Fuck Down.
Cyberdyne Systems. That's a good one too.
And the blue will probably change color after that.
Yeah. It'll just be a sea of red.
Yeah.
Of blood.
Or black. I never know.
Yeah, or black. Yeah.
So
do
3.5
you guys-
hours. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys do anything for the 3.5 hours? 'Cause you
Uh,
don't have to.
I
I
got
have
time.
I have Valencio's book.
Would we?
I need
Valencia's
control.
book? Oh, the one that has all the names in it?
I read through it a little bit.
Sure, you want to do that here?
No, not here, but
No, I mean like at his
Oh.
place.
Yeah, could we leave early? I was about to say that. Like, is there any way we could leave early and maybe meet up with them at Valencio's place? We could maybe get like supplies too if there's
I
a place
thought
we
we
can
were.
go.
Are we not? I thought we were meeting at Valencia's place.
Oh, he did. Well, Peyton did say that he was our transport. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think we can leave.
I hate being here.
I mean,
It's pretty nice.
Kinda.
I like
kinda
the robots.
homey. Makes me homesick a little bit, but if we got 3 hours to kill, I'm just gonna go try my hand at making something that could kill those fucking masked bastards a little bit better.
Do you want any help? I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna stare at my notebook if I don't have anything to do. Is that a no?
You did help me in the ship, so I guess I could kind of teach you a thing or two if you want.
Ooh, can I help?
Just looks at Alicia. Nope.
What do I
Alrighty.
Can I help?
Listen, this is why I sleep late. I have things to do.
Fine.
How about this? If this was supposed to be a cup of coffee, can you go get me another one? Piping hot?
Okay, yeah, I could do that. I could totally do that.
And you know what? You got recipes, right? Fucking pick one and just bring it.
You got it, dude. And you see Luna just salute him and walk off.
That is one Haragon that takes coffee grabbing way too seriously.
Sole claim to
I
fame.
only see the benefit for us.
Claim to fame. Started as a PA, now I'm a director. What's up? Yeah, so Leovold, after this enlightening conversation, will definitely go back to the workshop that he kind of like went to. And if he sees the butler, or what is it, 5 or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah.
Who's also the butler.
He said if he sees J5 out there, you know, he's going to ask him for more materials and stuff. And for the next 3 hours, he's going to try to make a craft weapon in my list.
All right. He'll get you the precise, if you have like a schematic or something, he'll get you exactly what you need from the schematic.
Okay.
And then you spend that time making that weapon. What did the rest of you guys do?
So it's not from the book or my artifact. It's from my subclass.
Class, right?
Yeah. So it doesn't have a price. Like most of these guns in here have a price. This one just says crafted. Ammo is pretty damn expensive. It's 10 gold for 5 shots, but it's pretty much a Barrett sniper rifle called Bad News.
Okay.
But it does not have a cost, but I'm not really paying for anything since I'm getting the materials. This is more along the lines of how long will it take to craft?
Smith's tools?
Check out the help action and guidance.
Yeah, so advantage, guidance, plus your intelligence. And proficiency, because you're probably proficient, I would assume, in tools.
Alright. So advantage. Start that off. Okay, that's a 15. And a 4, thank God for fucking advantage. So that's 15 plus modifier, which is 4. So that's 19 plus guidance, right?
Yes.
That's another 4, so that's 23.
That's pretty good. You're going to be working on it the whole time up until grade situation. You're not. I'm assuming since it's a sniper rifle, it has some sort of magnifying apparatus.
It could not right now. If you want, we could do that later.
What I was going to say was that you're not able to fully complete it. You're not able to form the scope, like with the magnifying lenses and stuff that have to go
So
into
the
this. Some
distance.
of them are small. They take kind of like a fine touch. You're able to
Man, if
form
only
the
somebody else
entire.
was helping you.
You're able to create the entire firearm with some help, with maybe a little bit of help. She's kind of, grabbing you bits and stuff.
I'm more like I'll also like during that whole process, kind of teaching a Darren like some tools and tricks of Aether crafting and like how to channel it through proper piping channels, harnessing the power, at least for his firearms. And he kind of refers that to like when we were on the Nomad as well.
Yeah.
So
This weapon would be charged by like a really probably quite small piece of refined Aether, which would have been given to you as part of the schematics.
Okay.
It's just probably a little guy, just like the size, the bigger than like 2 marbles, like one of them fat marbles. The big fat marbles.
So just like the mouse ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're able to do all that.
You're
able to get the copper housing in there. You're able to run the proper copper channels from like the ignition trigger that will activate the release of the Aether from the house. You're able to craft the body, the barrel, muzzle, stock, all that good stuff. But the process of like getting the magnifying lens and the scope, everything, all that stuff working, you're gonna miss that window. So whatever the range of the weapon is, what's the range on it before I say how much it's gonna be reduced?
Well, the range is 200, 800.
Okay, so that'll be cut. The effective range is going to be cut to 100,
Yeah.
and then the disadvantaged range.
We can drop it down to 4. We can just do 50-50 on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah,
That's
I think
fine. That makes a lot of
still-
sense.
that's still pretty far.
Yeah, it is, especially since I can shoot it.
And we're kind of close quarters here anyway, so you're going to be hip firing this sniper rifle anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm fully going Helsing. Like, I just need the rounds for it now.
You said it was 10 gold for.
So for the ammunition, it's 10 gold. Yeah. 10 gold for 5 shots.
In this universe, the ammunition would be a little tiny thing of Aether.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that works for me.
Okay.
Ammunition is just going to be a little ball of Aether, and instead of having like a cartridge, it has a like a flip up attachment in the back. That's kind of like a tube. So when you flip that up, you press the release, it'll flip up, and the house will eject the spent Aether, which will like immediately turn into dust and just like be exhausted out. And then you would just slide in another piece of small refined Aether, and you can just keep the price the same, like a little tiny ball, it's 10 gold. Now, you finished doing that? Does anybody else do anything those 3 hours? Darren and Leavold are working. It sounds like everybody else is maybe hanging out.
Alyssa makes instruments, so she's gonna do that.
What you're gonna do?
Make instruments, but nothing like plot relevant.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you're like allowed to. If you wanted to, you could ask the butler for materials, and he would bring them to you. If you wanted to make like one instrument, he could bring you materials to do that. Especially since it doesn't really, I'll let you just make what you want because it doesn't really affect anything besides just giving you an instrument, which is fine with me.
Sure, I guess. What do I have already? forgotten what this is, but I'm proficient with a glower, so I will make that.
You want a what?
Glower. Glaur.
I have no
I'm gonna
idea.
look that up.
I had looked it up when I first was like choosing instrument proficiencies, and then I forgot what it was. It's a glower,
Yeah,
obviously.
you make one of those. You get the materials from the butler number 5, and you make whatever the hell that thing is.
I already have the other 2 instruments I'm proficient with, so
Well, now you have the glower.
I have a glower.
Sounds German. Does anybody, Damien, Luna, you guys waiting?
Yeah, Damien's just like wrapping his hands with like tape and like bandages, getting ready for the fight.
Around like 5:30, you see the butler go through the courtyard into the pirate ship. And then a little bit later, at like 6:05, excuse me, something like that, Hemdall comes out, and he would presumably probably find you guys in the courtyard. If one of you isn't there when he comes, the butler would come and retrieve you. So Leovold and Darren, since you're working at a way to weapon, you might get summoned by the butler, who goes to Leovold's room, knocks, and upon answering says, lets you know that you're being summoned to the courtyard by Hemdall. Once you're all summoned up together, Hemdall would say, thank you all for coming, for everything you've done thus far, for me, for all of my friends here. I will say, before you go on this expedition, that it will be dangerous, that you will be putting your lives on the line. I presume that you understand that, but I just wanted to make that clear before. That being said, I will be offering assistance to the best of my ability. Do you have any questions for me before I continue? One of you goes like, yeah, why'd you blow up our boat?
Why do you want a new body?
Oh, I didn't tell you that. Although I guess you got it from the office.
You got what from the office? The journal
he
thing?
Saw more stuff. He saw more of the blueprints in the office than I did, or he understood more of them.
Yes. Yeah, he understood more. And then also, like, yeah, like what's up with like the schematics in your book that's called The Flesh is Weak? Like that's a little...
I haven't told any of them about the book.
Oh, you haven't. We got all these secret keepers out here.
Flesh is weak.
Why do you think like no? I don't want you.
Look, bards know how valuable information is.
The Flesh is Weak is like that's got some big bad evil guy energy.
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
that's straight up books now.
I was gonna say it sounds like the title of like an emo middle school kid's journal.
It's like Clive Barker's next fucking film.
Where's Avriel when you need him?
Oh, it would be perfect.
Avriel's journal title.
Avriel could be here if you wanted him to be.
Yeah, Alyssa's like, so I found Hemdall's journal. It's called The Flesh is Weak. And I was like, that's my journal. What the fuck, dude?
You're saying that Heimdall reads Avriel's diary?
Right. I ain't got any questions for the dude. I want to kill these clowns.
Yeah, I don't either.
So the butler would come up. He would pull out a bag. Inside the bag, he would pull out. He'd open up the golden braid that's around it, reach in the bag, and he would pull out. It looks like a leather bound, like it's like almost like the things like a surgeon will like unroll, you know. But this one's just folded in half. When he opens it, he folds it open, and there are 4 vials in there that are like really nice. They're aglow with like a light purple liquid, and they have some copper around the top and bottom, like around the pop. And then on the right side, there's a little orb, little copper orb that is very clearly a roadie. And he gives each one of you one of these potions. which is effectively a greater healing potion. And then he picks up the roadie. He says, now, the gyrocopter is going to be coming any minute to pick you up. You will be brought to an undisclosed location within floor 100.5. You will be accompanied by a BDD team. You will meet them at the drop site, and you will accompany them to the proposed hideout of friend Valencio. These potions are made by number 5. They are incredibly potent. They are a mixture of herbalism, but they're also infused with Aether. So they pack a little bit of a kick, but they'll get you back on your feet if things go the wrong way. And this is, as some of you have met, one of my friends, Rhodey. This is Rhodey number 9. And he has yet to be activated. Once he has been activated, whoever has activated him, Rhodey will listen to you without question. He is equipped with ways to be very helpful in combat and surveillance, and I think he will serve you well. Before you set off, and like right about here, a gyrocopter starts coming over the back of the pirate ship and coming down. It says, before you set off, is there anything else I can give you to make this mission have the highest chance of success? Leopold, I do think also, I will say this, I think he probably would have given you a few more little Aether balls. Let's call it like 4. Because you're going to need more than 5 shots, probably.
Oh man, you're gonna make me pick and point my shots now? Oh shit, okay. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can kick the shit out of everyone, because I only got like, what, 9 shots? Then I'm effectively out of combat.
Each ball is like 1, it's 5. So you have 25 shots.
Oh, okay. Like little clusters, gotcha.
Right, because 10 gold was 5.
Yeah.
Ammo was 5 pieces of ammunition for the whatever was called.
Yeah.
So 1 small marble-sized thing of potent Aether can discharge like 5, effectively like fucking magic beams.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, he's just a warlock with extra steps.
Warlock with the Glock.
The gyrocopter lands, 4 little legs come out the side so that it sits evenly. The doors release, pop up. And then Amdo says, well, if you're all ready, there's your ride. Who wants the roadie?
Nope.
I mean, I'll take it if
I
no
don't
one else
want that
wants it.
Fucker around us. I don't care
I
how
was gonna
helpful
say
he
the
is.
same thing. I'm fine either way. If Alyssa wants it.
Sure, I'll take the roadie.
Oh god, okay.
Cool. The inevitable turn of that thing, I get to kill it.
There he is.
No, it'll.
Guys, Heimdall's on our side. It'll be fine.
Right, he just didn't give us a helpful spy. It's really good in surveillance, guys.
But we weren't planning to double cross him anyway.
Yeah, I don't want him to know the shit
At
that
least
we're
he's
gonna
honest.
learn.
He's like, it's really good surveillance, and you're like, oh, is it?
Yeah, I bet it is, bud. He wants us to go out uncharted areas, and he's gonna give us pretty
Right,
much
Brody.
a wireless camcorder. That's,
Brody,
I won't lie,
Oh,
pretty dope.
so cute!
Relax,
Yeah, I don't
Caitlin.
think we're ever fighting
Calm down.
Heimdall because that would involve fighting two cute robots.
Oh, I won't.
Brody, the killer friend bot. You
Hmm?
have it requires it when you activate it, when you turn it on, you become attuned to it. So it does require attunement. I'll just take a picture of it and put it into Discord because it's a
Wait,
lot.
requires attunement? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a magic item. Which is weird. I mean, like, you get a pet that's a magic item.
Kind of like a weird familiar?
Right?
Better than a familiar.
I'm just saying right now, if this familiar is a combat drone, you just made 2 warlocks, technically.
I'm about to send it.
Alyssa will just be Pact of the Chain.
He's stronger than that, I think. He's actually pretty tough.
God, that's a lot. All right, this motherfucker stepping on my territory with mortar. That was my next creation, damn it.
Brody starts doing better than you do. You're like, what?
It's
Hey,
basically a range.
Jeez! A
It's basically a
bodyguard and
range
a
defender.
best friend all in one?
Caitlin's like, damn it, I should have taken him.
I want the roadie. Wait a damn second. You didn't say he was.
I like
vastly
how one of his
overpowered.
things is little buddy.
You guys step into the
Again.
gyrocopter.
Jealous that Rhodey's AC is higher than mine.
He's 40 hit points. That's more than I have.
Yeah, he's tough.
I'm gonna cast mage armor.
I was kind of like when one of you guys when you're gonna shoot Rhodey, I was looking at his stat block and I was like, I don't know. Rhodey may turn around and pop you.
Well, I'm the only one that shoots shit, so bring it. How much damage does this fucker do? Damn, 2d8 lightning damage. Okay, that could fuck me up real fast.
The gyrocopter takes off as you guys step inside. Everybody gets situated. Gyrocopter takes off. There's going to be about like a 30-minute ride to the location. Is there anything you guys do in that time? And after we figure out what you guys want, actually, I want you to think about what you may want to say or do in that time. Answer can be nothing. It's totally fine. And I'm going to go get a drink of water.
Just sit in awkward silence. As I stare at Rhodey like I want to kill this fucker.
What time is it? I was distracted by reading the.
We have 30
card.
minutes technically until we're at his private abode where we're going to kill clowns and potentially him.
Cool.
Essentially, this is the helicopter ride that we're going behind enemy lines and we may not come back.
Alright, I'm gonna cast mage on the.
I got it. "20 shots, guys. 20 shots."
Wait, I thought it was 25.
Oh yeah, I got 5 more shots. Okay.
Does anybody want? By anybody, I mean 3 people want 5 extra hit points, and for their hit point maximum to be raised.
Aid.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can, now that I have like a long range weapon, I can be either a long range fighter or close quarter combat fighter because of the 2 feats I have.
I'm so used to playing spellcasters that I legit forget that I have a melee weapon.
I think I technically I have a crossbow.
But technically, aren't you all like in Peyton's world? Everyone is proficient with firearms as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you could all have guns like me.
Oh, well, I should get a gun when we come back.
I think Darren's crossbow probably is a gun. I can't see her with a crossbow.
Just so retro, like, mm-hmm. Keeps me grounded. Fighting happy and sad is gonna be a bitch. I already feel it. It's gonna be saving throws after saving throws.
Being sad.
And every shot I take is gonna be a sharpshooter shot, so. Woo! I'm like really pissed off that this roadie's mortar is like 10 times better than fucking mine. 6d6 fire damage. I only get 2d8. And the area is only like a explosion. Gotta go to that.
He can only do it every other turn, though.
It's basically like a better Iron Defender, kinda. It has like the same health a little bit too.
It does mean that I can't use my special item, though, which kind of sucks.
Oh wait, you can't use your special item?
It requires attunement. But can you attune to more than one item?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
can
can
do like
have
3.
3.
Oh, well, never mind.
I was like, how many magic items are you hiding from us? Wait, so does Rhodey like lay waste just one little 5-foot area in the 200 foot, or is it like all of the 200 foot?
I feel like it must be like 5 feet, or there's some other area that's defined.
I mean, it's still better than mine. Like, mine's only a 5 foot, but the funny thing though about mine is if I miss, my detonation could not happen, so just be a dud. Fuck this dude. Peyton put him in here to be a better shooter than me. Although I got range on this fucker, so haha.
Actually, it's funny, in my last campaign I also had like a robot that would assist me.
Honestly, that shield thing though, that's really good. 1d8 plus 4 temporary HP.
God, he's a bodyguard and a best friend all
That's
in
like-
one.
That is, oh my god, Rhodey's just a fucking artificer. That's all it is. He's an artillerist.
Well, that's what I'll say. He's an
But he's so
artillerist
cute.
plus the bat. Like that's the thing. He's like a mix. It's kind of
Yeah. Because artillerist has the same shield effect. Way better damage though on Rhodey.
He also has the
2D.
AC too, the 18 AC, which is
2d8 lightning instead of 1d10 force.
The fact that Peyton gave us this, though, means that the clowns are going to be a bitch to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they killed the other robots who destroyed us.
Yeah.
I bet this fucker will listen to all your problems.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, Yeah,
So-
Alyssa realizes that he's here for like surveillance. Like he's so cute, she doesn't even care.
Oh god. So what
First
happens
we're
when Rhodey gets
friendly.
fucked up? I'm not seeing a way to fix him.
Surely the artificer can fix a robot.
I'm not an
I
artificer.
have mending.
I'm just really good with tech.
I have mending. If he's technically a construct, that should work. That can heal
No, I
constructs.
tried that on the. Oh no, it actually worked on the robot that I had in my other campaign. So
Like the only thing I think Leopold would really want to be like that +1 AC would really help. I'm a squishy bitch when it comes to AC.
What's your AC?
With the rope, 16. Without it, it's
Sorry about that. I saw
15.
an apple. Peanut
I
butter.
don't
I
have
just had to
leather
go for
armor.
it.
Why'd you give us this robot, Peyton? He's better than me.
I mean, he's better than me too.
He's better than all of us.
Like, fuck this robot. I'm jealous and envious.
You're welcome. I
Better
already tried.
AC. Way better AC. Damage was better before I got my new gun. And he gives an AC bonus. Like, fuck this little dude. I don't like him.
He's really divided. What's wrong?
He's a
He's a
better
+7 to
shooter.
hit.
Yeah, I mean, I got a +9, but technically I'll have a +4 from this point forward.
Well, you're better than him. God.
No,
you
I will only have a +4 because I'm going to take a -5 for sharpshooters.
His
I'm
minimum
going for
damage.
damage, bud. I'm going for damage.
You could do 2 1d8s and he has no bonus. So, maybe.
He
Plus
could also
can't scale.
shield and like save people.
He does not scale, so join while he lasts, okay?
He'll still be a friend. A super secret spy friend who's gonna tell all our secrets, but
Yeah, that's not.
Whether or not he'll betray you, I will not say, but he will be your best friend, and he will murder whoever you tell him to. So that's good.
Like any
Of
true
course.
best friend would.
Do you turn him on?
Do we do it now or wait until we're there?
It's you. Whoever turns him on, he follows their command. So
I'll wait until we're there. I mean, we're gonna be under surveillance in the helicopter anyway, but
I got peanut butter all over my face. All right. So, you guys land on one of these little, like side passages, these little like side walkways on the side of the drop from the 101st floor down to the 100th floor where you fell previously. You land on a lower one, and there's a hallway in here. And as you land, you can see that there's a gyrocopter leaving, and there are 4 ADD agents already on the ground. These are like the same like SWAT ADD guys that you guys were chased by with Evisara previously. So they have like advanced, effectively plate armor. There is one that has like an energy sword and a large riot shield. And there are there's 2 with just like a standard issue. It's kind of a similar rifle to what Leovold now has, actually, relatively. And then one who looks like maybe he is like the captain or something. Has like a larger Aethra-based weapon. It looks like maybe it's like kind of like a shotgun almost. And then he has like a larger. It looks like a blade on his back, but instead of being like a blade, it's a handle that has like a lever that comes down from the handguard, and then it just has like one metallic, like it's like metallic, this thin metallic rod that comes up where a blade normally would be. And that's on his back. As you guys land, the one that I was just talking about, who looks indiscernible from the others, besides just the difference in equipment. As you guys land, your gyrocopter pops open. He takes a step forward, and the bottom of his helmet like rises up to reveal the mouth area. You can see he's like clean shaven. There's a wound under his lip, like a scar. That's all you can see of him. And he points at you guys, looks back at his group, looks at you, and says, "Are you the help?" Kind of yells over the noise of your gyrocopter's blade.
Yep.
Nope, we're here just to watch the show.
He says, "That's fine. Don't get in the way. I won't get in your way."
Does these people look familiar at all? Like, I wonder if they're the same ones that were chasing us.
That's funny. Give a perception history check.
I'm just curious because he only ever saw that energy like base weapon that one time, which completely disintegrated a wall. History?
Yeah.
23.
No, it's hard to be like completely sure because it is possible that there are like multiple of these teams and each one's identical. But you do kind of the one who's like currently yelling at you and kind of being aggressive, like, which maybe that's just how he is. But you remember the one guy who was yelling "stop" at you when you were in the tunnel, and you're like fucking pretty sure this is the same voice.
Just lifts his new gun up and like as that guy turns around, just fucking pull the trigger now.
Hey, let's get him while his back is turned.
Hey man, crossfire. Sometimes that shit happens. Friendly fire.
He turns to his group. Your gyrocopter goes away. The spin of the blades of it disappears, and he says, "All right, men, you know the drill. On me." He turns, raises his shotgun, looks down the hallway, and then he starts going down it. The two with rifles wait for the shield guy to go, and he kind of rushes down the hall to kind of catch up. The two with rifles kind of follow behind him down into this concrete passage. It has no lift off or anything. It's just a long concrete passage.
Yes. Oh, what?
Sorry.
What did you say?
Starting where the whole thing
You said it has no something.
has no like offshoot.
Okay.
Just like one long hallway, probably about 15 feet wide, high ceiling, about 20 feet high.
All right. Now I'll activate Rhodey.
Now you activate Rhodey.
Mm-hmm.
You put him down. He has like a little like pad, like a pressure plate on the top of his head. You press on that, and the eyes blink to life, and then the little like energy blades that cause him to elevate just like kind of pop out of him. They're just like, they look like they're not actually a physical blade. They're like magical. Blue and pink light. He begins to word to life, and then he rises up, looks at you, his eyes blink, and he says, "Hello, Master. How can I be of assistance today?"
Hello, Rhodey. Come with us to fight these clowns.
Oh, perfect. That's exciting.
I know.
We're going to kill clowns.
Well, if we could recruit them, that would be cool too.
This one's databank says that clowns are frequently found at children's parties. Is this a children's party we're going to?
Not really, no. These are special clowns.
Brody was excited to go to a party.
We can go to a party later.
That would make Brody happy.
It's a party of violence.
Yeah, we'll take him to a proper party.
Brody floats next to you, so he's like right above your shoulder. And he says, "Onward, master.
Onward.
Let's go kill the clowns." How close do you guys follow this BDD team pretty closely, or do you let them take the lead, like more so?
Fucking, I'm like right on their ass if they're going in there to kill clowns.
You go down this concrete passage for a while. You kind of go for there's a couple minutes where you're just going and going. It's just like more and more concrete passage. It is like dimly lit. There are some copper tubing that eventually, at first it's dark, and then eventually you can see illumination ahead, but it is dark in the beginning of the passage. Down there is copper tubing that begins to illuminate the space, and this light blue light. And then eventually, you can see a brighter light coming from the end of the passage after about 4 minutes of going down this line. Beyond the light, you can see what looks like the front of like a mansion. There's like this big opulent door and like this white stone in front of a building. And there's like, it looks like there's like grass in there. Like there's like a manicured, some sort of like, there's greenery. As you get to the end of this hallway, he like stops maybe about 15 feet away, creeps forward, he looks around to the sides, he looks this way, looks ahead, looks back at the group, and he go ahead, and then he moves after the ride shill guy, and they like make it away. And you guys get close enough to see the ceiling here is about 100 feet up, and there's like a 3-story mansion in here, and there are some like lights that are alight on the inside of the structure. There is like an actual off building. There's a building that's disconnected that looks like an A-frame barn warehouse or something. And they're making it right for the mansion. They're like going towards what looks to be like maybe probably the front door. But you don't see any guards like immediately. You can see that there are some lights inside of the structure, and it looks like the mansion itself actually disappears into the concrete. So, like, only the facade of the structure is protruding out of the concrete, and then the area that is visible to you has some like manicured, these like raised gardens that are filled in, and then the pathways themselves are still just the concrete floor of this like strange labyrinthian suburban figure. You guys get to the front door. The rifle guy on the right, the rifle dude behind him, leader, shotgun guy left, the rifle guy behind him, and they stand at the doorway entrance. And the guy who's talked to you previously did not introduce himself, looks back at your group. What are you doing?
Is there any balconies, or is it just the front door?
There's a pretty wide facade, but the rest of the structure disappears into the concrete. So it's like just this entryway into. It looks like the front of a mansion and just concrete wall. It does have some stained glass windows, and there is like some light kind of coming through the stained glass windows. But besides that, it's just this front of the mansion, and then this off structure, A-frame barn warehouse thing that looks to be maybe like 40 by 80 or so. In the back of that, the back of the barn structure does attach to the concrete wall as well.
There's no other entrance. Then Naval ain't too
Does it
far.
not without like, you know, could there be like a hidden entrance? Maybe, I don't know, but just that's your immediate.
You're
that's what you see
mentioning
immediately.
Barn a lot, but I don't think Aethra would pay any attention to it.
Yeah, fuck my barn. Who cares?
Barns aren't a great place to be in. Just really
I like
bad.
barns.
They're just a terrible place.
I like them, all right?
Yeah, I bet you do. They're sewed bodies to it and shit.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that campaign today. Don't give me.
Oh, that's terrifying. I mean, if there's no, obviously it's not going to be like, hey, there's a magic entrance or a secret passage. But I don't feel like we have a lot of time for a surprise on him. So yeah, Babel's just following.
Yeah,
If he
let's go to the
sees
front.
something different, then he may do something different. But right now, he's just using the BDD as a battering ram.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. We'll be right behind you.
Cannon fodder, baby. If dude falls, that shotgun will find a new home.
Where do you guys go? We gotta remove this door here.
What's behind the door?
There's not really that many options. I mean, you probably would just be able to line it because, like, literally, there's just this structure and then some concrete outside, and then like this would wrap around a little bit, about 20 feet, but then there'd be a concrete wall. So there's really just the facade of this mansion, and then there is the A-frame barn. But you guys don't want to fuck with the barn because you're aware of the fact that there's going to be like flesh monstrosities inside of it or whatever.
Terrible.
Fine, fine, whatever.
I have no reason to go into the barn, really. I'm just going to stack up behind one of the BDD guys that's near the captain that's a douche.
You want to use the captain specifically as a body shield?
Yes, 100%.
You're gonna stand there, you're gonna like wait for him to die, be like, shotgun. Got it. Hell yeah.
This man, at this point, he's just a loot drop.
I need my bunny. Where is my bunny?
As we enter, they walk out the barn.
Ah, fuck.
He goes, I got him. They go right out the back.
Old switcheroo.
Old Tom and Jerry.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if the real entrance is through the barn.
And
Probably is.
what do you know?
There's something
But-
in there.
Lystra doesn't think about that though, so.
There's either a secret passage heading into the house, or there is some type of getaway system in there.
Right, shield guy takes a step forward, kicks this big door, just goes in like guns blazing, and the room is full of guards.
Oh,
You guys
boy.
need to roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I'm playing the character that has a decent initiative this time.
Hold your initiatives. I'll call them. All right, 20 plus. No 20 plus. You guys are like always 20 plus crew. I don't know. I'm confused. 15 plus.
18.
16.
Okay, here we go. All right, let me put that in the notes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Leopold is first at 18. 18, and then we have and then we have 16, Glycerol. 16, and then 10 up.
11.
Damien at a 13.
14.
Okay, all right, I was gonna say Damien, dude. What the heck? All right,
Meditated too long, man.
He just fell asleep.
He's too relaxed. He meditated for much. Yeah, he's just chilling. He's like, I don't need a Christian there.
He wants the robots to move so they get shot first, and then he'll move. He'll move behind them.
100% just serene right now. Like,
He's reached nirvana at exactly the wrong time.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me.
Luna got a
just a blind
13.
man walking through fire.
14.
14.
We got a good cluster there at the end. That's nice. We got like potentially 3 people going in a row.
Oh yeah, and what is the area of effect of Rhodey's mortar? If there is one.
It just says target location out of 200 feet. Like, is he just napalm 200 feet?
Because that would be convenient at the moment.
I would cry.
Just select a space. Select a space you can see within 200 feet of Rhodey.
So the space would be 5 feet then?
Yeah, it just says space.
Okay.
That's what it says. Space.
Okay.
What I will say, let's go ahead with space first, and then
Let's see how good this is.
I feel like it should maybe be. I do feel like it should at least be like 10 feet, like a thunder wave size, like a square.
Fuck Rhodey.
5 by 5 square, or 10 by 5 square, I guess. 10 by, whatever it is, like, you know. I think maybe it should have a range bigger than a space, but
I'll try it.
66 is pretty good, and it has a really long range.
Strong opening move.
Rhodey, mortar him. Yes, master. Turns into a fucking mortar.
It takes 2 turns. I'm not starting with that.
Takes 2.
I think you have to, like, that's like a preparatory. You go like, Rhodey, turn into a fucking mortar, and it's like, you got it, and then you're like, okay, Rhodey, mortar him. And it's like, done. Whatever. Where's a robot in here somewhere? Rhodey.
I'd laugh if you use like Jax's old mini.
Oh, yeah, where's that?
Steel Defender.
I think it was that. Was it different mini? What mini was it?
Is the
Might have
music,
been
like,
this one.
cutting out for anyone else?
A little bit.
I might be lagging. Let me check. No, I'm not lagging.
Your brother to go off the Wi-Fi.
I'm
Yeah,
alive.
generally when you're
I
talking,
could be
it's
lagging.
usually fine. It's the music specifically.
Oh, we're gonna change the
Really?
music. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
let
you're
me know if
lagging
that
a
happens.
little bit.
Maybe. Let me know if that happens, because I don't. I'm still working on. I'm using a different music service than I was before, and I really like it, but I don't know if it's like, working that well or not. I'm not sure. So, Leovold, you're first. The speedy guy kicks in the door, and immediately, like, arrows start to fly at him. He raises that riot shield, hunkers down.
Okay, so I'm literally using these guys as cover, so I'm gonna get like right behind Riot Shield, dude,
Naturally.
for like half my movement. Take a pot shot at any target I see immediately, like the closest one to the door, and then immediately move to the other side of cover.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're gonna go to the entryway, take a shot,
and then go to the other side of the entryway for cover. So just one swift motion.
All right, go ahead, take your shot. You can see as you pop out.
This will be with sharpshooter, so I get a -5 to this roll, but a plus
Perfect.
10 to damage.
Perfect.
The 19 hit.
Who are you targeting?
The closest person to the
There
entryway.
is this person in the front who looks like unhelmeted. It looks like an elven person, so maybe they're like a leader, captain, sort of. and then they're in the state, but there's somebody within the same distance as them. So you can
Okay,
either shoot
so
this guy over here or her.
is there a significance of like rank wise? Like,
Yeah,
visually.
visually you can tell that one of them appears to be of a higher rank.
Yeah, then he'd definitely go for the captain then.
19 misses.
Yeah, I figured.
As you go to shoot at this captain-esque figure that's standing there, she has like a big ass, like really wide bladed broadsword on her back. And as you pop out and raise your pistol, she drops that broadsword down in front of her, and you hit the broadsword instead of her. And then you go back. Unless you have like a bonus action or anything.
No, but I'm gonna be on the other side, so I technically would be like closer to the barn, I think.
So you're gonna go across.
Yeah.
All right.
Bonus action. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, no, nothing that's really useful right now.
All right. It's the captain's turn. She runs here. It's behind this pillar, and she's gonna make it. Wow. Okay. She tosses a Molotov, and it lands right here, and it's gonna go 3 BDDs, and Luna have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Roll a 10.
BDD. Do you have any bonus to that or no?
That was my roll. It was a 10.
Got it. I was just checking. So that's not a whole bunch of damage. Each one of you takes 6 points of fire damage, and the area is on fire. And unless you use an action to put out the fire, you will take 1d6 points of fire damage. And that is the end of the guard captain's turn. They hunker down and take full cover behind that pillar, and then it is Alysra's turn.
All right. Well, I have realized that Alysra doesn't have anything ranged, but can I use performance
Really?
and creation to make a gun? Yeah, I should have grabbed
You
one. I
can
didn't...
you're gonna use your thing to make a gun.
I mean, it's a non-magical item of my choice. I guess I would also have to make.
Yeah, no,
bullets.
I was just making sure I heard you correctly because you have the. I think that's fine. I was just making
I
sure
lagging
I
for
heard you
you?
right. No, you're not lagging, but you do have like a little bit of a stutter sometimes.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess like, does crossbow proficiency count for a gun?
Yeah. No, I count firearms as like, it would be effectively, like a if it's like a one-handed firearm, it would be the same as like a light crossbow.
Okay.
As far as like statistics.
Well, I'm gonna do that then. I summon myself a gun. And then
So you
I
like
also...
put your hand out and just like a magical gun just appears in your hand. You kind of
No,
look
I'm
wherever you
still
want it to
playing
go.
my flute, and I've just like a gun just like rises out of the concrete floor.
Like just a regular old gun, just a gun. I like it.
Well, whatever this world's version of a gun is, whatever other people would be using.
So there's like various levels. You could have it like this world's kind of funky in that way, where there's like a straight up sci-fi like laser rifle, and there's like another guy right down the street who's using like a single shot powder loaded pistol all at the same time. You could have like a more advanced looking pistol if you wanted to.
The max value of the item is 80 gold, so I'm going to make the best
well then
gun
never
that I
mind.
can.
You have the old fashioned pirate pistol then.
Hell yeah. And then I'll use a bonus action to give somebody bardic inspiration who wants it.
Oh, is it an action to make the gun?
Yes.
Oh, son of a bitch. And then you bardic inspire. Who do you want to bardically inspire?
Did Luna just get hit?
She took a little bit of fire damage. Yeah.
All right, I'll give Luna a bardic inspiration.
Yeah, Luna's like her fur is singeing. She's like slightly on fire.
Wait, is Luna
Or
female?
he. I the
didn't
name
know
Luna. Luna constantly. The Luna. It just makes you think female.
I've done it too, so there's no harm, no foul.
Have you done it to yourself? Have you been like,
Yeah. Yes.
When you misgender yourself.
It's hard. You know, sometimes I misgender myself too. I wake up in the morning, I feel like a pretty girl.
You just see the long hair, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I'm putting on a little weight. I feel like, oh, I have breasts, long hair. I'm a woman. And then I get out of bed, go to the mirror, and I'm like, son of a bitch again. Beard's still there. BDD. No, wait. Yeah, BDD. These guys are on fucking fire. They are going to roll to see if they use an action to put it out, or if they don't do that. That's a good call. This guy in the front kind of panics a little bit, being on fire. He starts patting himself off with his action. He gets kind of pushed by the captain, and he kind of like fumbles forward a little bit. The Riot Shield guy walks forward to about here, shield raised, and kind of hunkers down. And this guy rushes ahead and gets behind him. Guard captain, or the BDD captain's going to go here. Yeah, kind of stops at the doorway a little bit, and then he rushes over and goes to this pillar, and then he's going to hold an action. And this guy is going to go to the edge here, and he's going to fire in. That's just one of the guards. We hit. That was good. B. Not a whole lot. These guys, when we fought them, they were rolling pretty good. And now that this is like when the boss becomes playable. That's going to be 8 points of force damage as he goes around the corner, takes a shot at that sentry, and he's going to go back to where he was. The sentry's wearing a pretty nice set of armor. It's the same type of armor that Level stole from that one guy when we assaulted him in the bushes. So, Level, you'd be familiar with this armor. When you had it, it's pretty high quality. So although it does hit, the armor absorbs a lot of that blow. And it kind of knocks the puncher off balance a little bit, but recovers pretty quickly, and then prepares to like keep rushing ahead. And then it is Damien's turn. Damien is back here.
You said Damien, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Damien's gonna like think back to the explosion and him getting exploded and the kid almost dying as well.
and him like getting murdered.
Basically. And he's gonna get like really pissed off, and he's gonna release his limiter at that point.
Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah.
How far away am I from the nearest person? Because I see that they're pretty far, but I was just wondering.
77, 73, and the captain is 65.
Okay, and I'm guessing none of them are like in the distance between each other for like ice knife or anything.
No, nobody's congested enough right now for an ice knife, unfortunately.
Okay. So I know you said 73 feet. Do I have enough room to go up to him, hit him, and then go behind the pillar, or is that too far?
What's your movement?
I would have 80, I think, with the Step of the Wind. Yeah.
If you did the guard captain, let me see here. Guard captain, you could hit the guard captain and then go behind the pillar, but you would get opportunity attack. If you hit this guy,
well, I would have Crusher though, so I would, if I hit him, I would send him 5 feet back.
True. Yeah. So the guard captain, if you rush the guard captain, you'd be able to hit them and then go behind this pillar here.
Okay, and would I be able to hit him the other way to like try to hit him towards one of the other guards?
I think you can choose the direction.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because I want to try to send him closer to the guard in the middle.
You want to hit him like towards your group?
No, I want to hit him towards like his own group to like maybe hit
This
a knife later. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 17.
17 doesn't hit.
Okay. And then a 19.
19 doesn't hit.
Wow. That's brutal.
As you run forward, this person You round the corner. You saw them dip behind the tower after the blocking Leovold's shot earlier. This woman, she's like a half elf or maybe a half wood elf or a wood elf. She has eye patch, sharpened teeth. Half her head is shaved. She's like a lot of battle scars. She's really big too. Like she's a muscle mommy. And she has like a fucking massive. She's like the Dragon Slayer fucking like guts broadsword. And as you go to hit her, she just kind of like pushes into you and raises this like massive shoulder pauldron and this really big gauntlet that almost is like a shield in and of itself. It's kind of wide. You push that gauntlet up in this thing, and you're not able to like make contact with anything. Her face is completely covered. You do like physically actually make contact with her, but she's so sturdy and her armor is so thick, it doesn't really feel like you're actually moving her or damaging her with the strike. Bonus action? Or did you already bonus action step to the wind?
Yeah, because I did, because was that like 70 feet moving right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I did use that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, did you release your limiter? You did.
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right. Tom, can you not hear the music? That was a confusing string of words.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's just in and out.
Okay. I gotta work on that. I wonder why it's doing that.
I think it stops like when somebody's talking.
That might be
I
why.
thought, but then I don't know if it's consistently doing that.
Maybe not, but it seems like maybe if you talk long enough, that's when.
It'll like recognize guard. I'm gonna go here. This guy's gonna come on the side here. Get this far. And actually, these two are gonna stay 10 feet. Dude. I don't think either one of them hits you, Damien. Wow. Well, we have the stormtroopers. The guards run up and they're trying to hit Damien and the big riot shield guard, and they just completely ineffectual. Damien's able to dodge all of the spear thrusts, and the BDD riot shield guy is just hunkered down and he's blocking the spear thrust. Completely ineffectual. He don't do anything. And then it is Luna's turn.
Luna will spend an action to douse the fire.
Okay.
And then bonus action will go into starry form.
Okay.
And I'll do chalice form. And basically you'll see a giant coffee pot above coming out of the starry map. So whenever I heal anybody, they'll regain extra points.
Whenever you heal anybody, the giant coffee cup pours a little coffee, magical star coffee on them.
Exactly.
To bless them with the power of caffeine.
Yeah, and I'll move up, I guess 30 feet.
The fire is right here, so you just have to move around it. So you could go here, 10
Didn't
feet.
he douse the fire?
He doused himself. He used to actually douse himself, but there's still a patch of fire right here. So that's 15, 20, 25. You could go here.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about as best you can get.
Okay.
Without walking through the fire. Whoa. All right. Guard range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go up. You're gonna stay here. So we can go up. So it's gonna go back. They're gonna shoot dog shit out of probably. God damn it! It's a good thing you're fucking immortal because your positioning sucks. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do 3, 3. So this is Damien. They aren't very good either. So, Damien, what's your AC? Like 19, 18?
It's 21 when I have limit break off.
Yeah, well, you're just like blocking all these guys are trying to hit you, and you're just like you're zoned in. Time's like moving slower for you. You're able to deflect all these blows. You can like see the arrows coming at you in slow motion. Throw them like slide off your arm as you raise the block. Other ones you just move around. They don't hit you. Now with the 21 AC, this group of archers, had they shot at you, they would have fucked you up, but not the other one. These guys went fucking crazy. Okay, so that's 3 hits on the BDD guy. Oof. 7, 11, 8. No, 6, 10, 8. 6, 10, 7. 6, 10, 7. That is 13, 20 points of damage. As the riot shield guy, he like kind of moves his guard this way, and the archers immediately kind of hit him in the side and in the leg. It looks like that his armor mostly protects him from the shots, but at least one of the arrows probably hits him, or like he might kind of yell out. You're able to hear his pain in that moment. And that's the end of their turn, which makes it a Darren's turn.
The like entrance right there is on fire, right?
Just these spaces right here.
Okay. We'll have enough movement to get in and like kind of hide a little bit.
Maybe if you're willing to dash. Otherwise, you get to the doorway.
Doorway is fine right now.
Okay.
I am gonna try just a sleep spell on the guards clustered all together.
Okay.
That's not great rolling. I don't even think I'm gonna knock one of them out.
How much?
18.
You do put down one of them. The one that was shot, which was this one here, would go down. And unfortunately, well, actually, I'll keep him up because you would be able to get one other one down. So I'll just do the one closest to you, perhaps. That guy, maybe. And then that would be the end of your turn. And since it's late, I gotta end it. But we'll stop here and we'll pick up here. And then next session we'll see how far we get into this guy's mansion dungeon. Alrighty. Wait, get rid of that. That's annoying. Go away. BBD.
We just gotta hit above a 20. That's all we gotta do.
I mean, I have a robot with a +7.
got
You got
24
it.
No.
shots.
Sharpshooter's not
Plus
that good.
9. Stop
I
being
got
that
24 shots till I'm useless.
I have a +8 on spell attack.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
That's true. My normal spell is +6. So it's...
That makes it like what? That's like a 60% chance to hit.
If I can get my guiding bolts to go off, then I think we'll be pretty good.
I don't have a lot of combat stuff, so I can just do a whole lot of heals.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Killbot.
Yeah, Darren really is just built for support.
Brody is going to save us because it's going to be the most constant damage we fucking have if we keep rolling like this.
Let's save our spell slots for the clowns. All right. Let's let
Trying to
Brody-
save bullets, but there's a lot of meat shields in between me and the fucking clowns.
Yeah, you're going to use 20.
I can
Or
use
you're
like
gonna
a
23
couple
shots. You have
spell
one
slots.
shot for the clowns.
I have 24 shots left, and at least 22 of them are spares. I gotta
Yeah.
shoot happy and sad at least once.
You gotta save 2 bullets. You gotta put one. You gotta put one sphere in your pocket, and like I'm not gonna touch that one, no matter what. The only time I'm gonna load this. That's my lucky Aether. When the clowns pop up, I'll load it.
I feel like you should
Fun.
save more than 5 shots for the clowns.
I mean, if I hit, I think my minimum damage is going to be 22. No, 27.
God damn, minimum.
2d12 plus sharpshooter, which is automatic 10, and then modifiers plus 5.
Yeah, it's
So even if I roll 2 6s on 2d12s, that's 12 plus 10, 22 plus 5, 27. So, I mean,
disgusting.
it's a heavy hitting gun and combo. I just have to fucking hit.
They're like an
What I mean?
elephant rifle. So yeah, remember, like you got a 21 on the clowns.
Yeah,
I
no,
think.
don't remind me because fucking the shield bullshit.
Yeah, that was a spell. So you would have hit them had they not done that. But I'm not sure. I don't think Leave will pick.
Well, I'm also going to be using my
Can
fucking
we-
adept marksman shit on them too. I'm going to be dead eyeing the hell out of them or violent shot them. If I
wish
violent
we were-
shot them, I get it add another d12 to my damage.
Yeah, if we were 5th level, I would have counterspell. Could counterspell their shields.
Counterspell level 1 shield. Oh, that is so petty. Like, fuck no.
Maybe worth it.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here because I'll fuck around and talk for 20 minutes.
See you all next
See
week.
you guys.
See you next
Alright.
week.
See
Adios.
Bye.